workout, we're going to be working with a foam roller and a hard reflex ball. It's going to be all about keeping the balance. We're going to work on strengthening the glutes and strengthening those abdominal muscles with a lot of focus on breathing. We're also going to work a bit into our spiral lines, and yeah, it's all about keeping the balance and really getting into the breathing. Let's begin in standing, and I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Have a nice big yawn. Stretch that jaw and release any tension in the jaw, to release that tension that moves down into the neck and the shoulders. Taking your hand, I want you to work up and up the arm in what's called a donkey bite. So you're going to bring the hand onto the fingers and you're going to circle the hand. A nice deep pressure. Come up to the wrist and focus into the wrist. Really release that fascial tissue around the area and get that movement into the wrist. Increase that circulation, as well as getting more movement into these areas. We also want to focus a lot on that lymphatic drainage, so getting that synovial fluid running through the joints, removing the toxins. That's why water is quite important, just to help flush the body and just get the movement into that body there. Keep moving up and around the triceps and the biceps, right up onto the deltoid at the top of the arm. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take the heel of the hand and the fingers and pinch the deltoid at the top of the arm, between the fingers and the heel of the hand. Just working into a nice hydrating movement. So you're going to plump up that fascial tissue. Really get the movement and the hydration into it. Now move up where the levator scapular muscle is, that lifts and lowers the shoulder, and the trapezius that sits right next to the neck. Pinch them between the heel of the hand and the fingers. Just getting a little bit of release there again. Wrap the hand around the back of the neck. Look over the same shoulder, and you're going to look over the opposite shoulder. When you do this, relax the arm, take a nice deep breath in, and breathe out. And again, 2 more. Look over the opposite shoulder, breathe in, and out. And again, nice deep breath in, and breathe out. Let's shake that arm out, give the shoulder a nice big roll, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Don't leave the thumb out, bring the thumb in. So now we're working a lot with that arm line, or those arm lines, the back and the front arm lines. Let's bring the hand onto the wrist and give it a nice release. Then move up to the elbow, and when you get to the elbow, focus on that joint, getting that movement into it. Really loosen up around here. Let's move up and over the biceps and triceps again. Get a nice rotation there. Move right up onto that deltoid. And let's get into that pinch and release with the fingers and the heel of the hand. Pinch and release. Pinch and release. Continue moving up and over the shoulder to those muscles at the neck and the shoulder. There. Relax that arm. Let's move over the back of the neck and rotate. Good. Nice deep breath in. As you move the head, breathe out. Do another 2. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Last one. working with those shoulders, I want you to pull. We're going to stretch that fascial tissue over the pectoral muscles, nodding the head from side to side. At the same time as you nod the head, focus on bouncing the arms up and getting that stretch over this area. Good. And just circle the shoulders up and back. From there, we're going to take the thumbs onto the jawline, so just under the ear at the start of the jawline. Slide the thumbs down under the jawline to the chin, getting that release into the jaw where we often carry a lot of tension, especially when we clench our teeth. So you'll probably find a little bit of tightness under that jawline at the top, and then slide the fingers right to the chin where they meet. Again, do the same thing. Slide the thumbs down to the jawline. And one more time. Now we're going to work on the two muscles under the jaw called the platysma muscles. And you're going to feel the lengthening. So you want to create a two-directional pull. The chin lifts up and the fingers pull away. So that's called tensegrity. Two-directional pull, sliding the fingers down. You'll probably get a bit of a tickle in the throat. Focus on breathing through the nose. A nice deep diaphragmatic breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more. Now you're going to find the muscle that runs along here, the sternocleidomastoid, the mastoid process behind the ear, that bony process. You're going to either bring the thumbs or the index fingers onto that bony process, and you're going to slide the fingers down along that muscle that comes at an angle towards the throat, and you're going to nod the head up and down, and you can push back into that mastoid process, and the same thing. So your head is hinging there. Take the thumbs and push them just underneath that bony process, and nod the head up and down. Nod the head up and down. Again, we're going to take the heel of the hand and the fingers, and we're going to place them at the back of the neck, like we did on the arm, pinching that deltoid between the heel of the hand and the fingers. We're going to do the same. Take one hand on top of the other, and now pinch and stretch the neck, the skin around the neck and that fascial tissue back, pulling it with the heel of the hand and the fingers. So pinch it and pull it. Pinch it and pull it. Now use the other hand to increase and stretch there. Good. Pinch it and pull it. Keep going. Let's do another two. Pinch it and pull it. And another one. Nice. And just release everything there. Taking another deep breath in. You're going to roll halfway down. Tuck your fingers into your rib cage. So we're going to loosen up the diaphragm. Our diaphragm, our main muscle of respiration, that is situated here. We want to focus on breathing into this area. So by using those fingers to loosen it up, it'll encourage us to breathe a little bit more deeply into it. So don't sit in this position. I want you to tuck the tailbone under, bring the fingers into the waist, and find the rib cage, and loosen up from the ribs right up towards the xiphoid process at the base of the sternum. You'll find it quite difficult to get into that area where that thin muscle wall of the thin wall of muscles runs the rectus abdominis. So just working into that area, and I can tuck the fingers in and just move the upper body slightly around. You'll probably feel a little bit of release in that lower back as well. And let's come up. Now you're going to take that reflex ball and you can bring your roller up. Bring the big toe onto the reflex ball, and you're going to roll from the big toe along the arch of the foot to the heel. So focusing on releasing that deep core line that runs from the big toe into the arch of the foot and up the inside of the leg. And now move the ball over to the lateral side of the foot. So all the way from side to side. And work nice and slowly into that release. Okay, you're going to bring the ball into the arch of the foot and circle in one direction. While you're standing here, keep focusing on that breathing. And I want you to change direction. Use the roller if you need to. Try balance on that supporting foot if you can. Now you're going to bring the ball under the ball of the big toe. So not too high up on the toes, but under the ball of the big toe. Wrap the toes around the ball and massage the ball from side to side. Now you should feel a bit of a release in the ankles and the lateral side and on the deep core line and on the inside of the leg. As you drop, make sure you're dropping the inside of the foot and the outside of the foot onto the mat. So it's up and over in the U shape over that ball. Let's take the heel onto the ball and you're going to massage there from side to side. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to focus a lot on balance. So we really want to get the feet nice and prepared for that. And the big toe is going to be working very hard because that's part of our deep core line. And the more we focus on that, the easier the balance is going to be. Let's make a nice proprioceptive movement. So wake up those nerves in the feet. And release the ball. You should feel that tingling in the foot. Let's take that other foot onto the ball and from the big toe into the arch of the foot, rolling along that line and taking the ball right down. And relax, don't look down, try focus on your posture, opening up across the body and really focusing on that breathing. Move the ball all the way over to the lateral side of the foot. Good. Bring the ball under the arch of the foot and circle in one direction. Good, and when you're ready, change direction. Again, focusing on that supporting foot, you want to spread those toes out. Use the roller if you need to, but try and balance on that foot. Let's take the heel onto the mat or the floor. Wrap the toes around the ball. The ball is under the ball of the big toe, and you massaging from side to side and stretching up the ankles. Let's now move the ball onto the heel, and the ball of the foot stays on the floor, and you're moving from that hip, getting that rotation from the hip and massaging from side to side. And coming into that proprioceptive movement, this quick massage just to wake up those nerves. We have a lot of proprioceptors in the eyes, so if you want to challenge yourself even more, close your eyes. Focus on the big toe in your supporting foot, so that'll help you with your balance, and release. Feel those tingling nerves in the foot. Now take the roller, you can bring it just to the side of you and walking through the feet. So just start off nice and slowly and use the opposite hand. Let's bend the elbows and just get that heart rate up using the arms a little bit. You're going to speed the movement up. Now imagine there's a hot coal under your heels and you're just bouncing, so quick touch on the mat or the floor and just lifting. So really focus on engaging the buttocks, the glute muscles, so that'll help you with your balance and help you bounce off the floor. Let's slow it down again. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Speed it up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. 7, 8. Speed it up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow it down. 1 more set. 6, 7, 8. Speed it up. So keep the feet slightly apart and get a nice amount of movement into those hips as well. And release. Just a few lift and lower. And lift and lower. 2 more lift and lower. And the last one, hold it in that lifted position. Just rock the feet from side to side and feel the different muscles that have to engage. Rock. So you're lifting the lateral side of that foot and then the big toe on the inside. 2 more. And 1 more. Now those big toes are up. Hold it there. If you need to use your hands, you can do so. Change. Lift those toes right up. Push the big toes down into the floor. Be careful that you're not rolling your ankles in and out. And let's do the same thing again to the other side. And change. Keep the roller where it is and step the same foot on the side back. Take the other leg back. That foot's in front. We're going to carry on focusing on releasing the diaphragm. So take the hands directly onto the skin and you're going to bring them inside that iliac crest. So the iliac, that hip bone, you're going to slide the fingers up and bending well into the knee. So you be careful that you're not opening out and dropping the heel. Point the toes forward and bend well into the knee, as well as bending into the knee, tucking slightly under, so you're feeling the nice hip flexor stretch down the front of the legs and you're engaging those muscles in the butt. Slide the fingers up towards the rib cage. Good. So releasing and focusing again on the breathing. Another 2. And 1 more time. Slide one finger, one set of fingers, and the other set of fingers. Good. Staying in that position. We're now going to take the foam roller and I want you to reach it up above the head. From that position, you're going to tack. Breathe in and out. Opening up, breathing in. So it's not so much just dropping the roller. Use the head, tailbone tucks under first, almost like someone's punching you in the gut, and round the upper body. Then breathe in and open. We're going to go for 3. Breathe in, open. And 4. Breathe in, open. And 5. Breathe in. And 6. Breathe in. 7. Nice deep breath in. Last 2. On the last one, I want you to hold it and bring the foot up at the back. And we're going to continue the same movement. This time I want you to tuck the knee into the chest and make the movement nice and big when you open up. Breathe out for 2. So it's a nice challenge on that supporting foot. And breathe in and lift up. If you want to, you can continue the same movement, just taking the roller there to help you with that balance. But try, challenge yourself if you can, even if it's just for a few. Do another 2. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. And another 1. Continuing to stay in that balance, you're going to drop the roller to the outside of the supporting foot and come up. You're going to rotate towards that knee into a bit of a spiral movement. Let's do the same thing again. Drop down. Try to look at your knee, challenge your balance even more. Another option is to bring the roller back onto the mat. Drop the hand to the outside of that foot. And then you're going to bring the knee up and then rotate that arm back. So you've got 2 options there. Try and challenge the balance again if you can. Drop down, look at your knee. Breathe in and lift up. Keep going for 3. Nice deep breath in and lift up for 4. And breathe in and lift up for 5. And breathe in. Good, keep going for 6. Just another 3. Nice deep breath in. And lift up. Your leg is getting tired now. Spread the toes out. Push into the ball of the big toe. 2 more, 7. Look at the knee. Breathe in. And lift up. Last one. 8. And breathe in. And lift up. Come back into your lunge position. Same leg is back. We're going to rotate towards the bent front leg now. Going to come up 4 levels. 1, up 2, up 3. Now from here, take the roller and reach up and overhead. Watch my position, rotating as much as you can there. Same thing again. 1, up 2, up level 3, reach up and overhead, rotate. Good. Let's do it again for 4, up 2, up 3, reach up and overhead. For 5, up 2, up level 3. You'll notice my arms are straight. Try and lengthen those arms. You'll bend it slightly as it goes up and overhead so you can reach further. For 6, up 2, up 3, reach up and over. 2 more, reach, up 2, up 3, and lengthen. Last one, twist, for 2, up 3, and over we go. Let's release it there and step that foot up. Take the roller onto that side of the mat, and we're going to take the same foot in front And let's take the hands back onto that diaphragm, inside that hip bone where the diaphragm sits. And we're going to slide the fingers up. Bend back into that knee, tuck the tailbone under, and really feel that stretch down the front of the leg. So you're not only getting that diaphragm release, you're getting a nice release into the quads in the front of that leg. 4 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Let's take the foam roller in the hands, and we stay in that lunge position. Make sure the back foot is pointing forward, and we're breathing into this nice open position. Breathe out, tap. Nice deep breath in, and breathe out, tap. For 3. Breathe out, tap. For 4. Breathe out, tap. For 5. Breathe out, tap. Seven, and breathe out. Last one. Breathe out, tap. Challenging the balance a little bit more. I want you to lift the back foot. Focus on that big toe for the balance, and breathing in again. Breathe out, tap. Nice deep breath in, and breathe out, tap. For 3. Breathe out and tap. For 4. And tap. Keep going. You know that you have the option to bring the roller onto the mat if you want to. Let's do another 3. Breathe out, tap. 2 more. And breathe out, tap. And the last one. Breathe out, tap. Good. Let's rock down, rotate to one side. Take a nice deep breath into the lifted position. And take the roller onto the mat if you need to. For balance, drop down. And breathe in and lift. The head, make sure the head is down. Try to tuck the chin to the chest. It's really going to challenge your balance a little bit more. Tuck there. Breathe in and lift up. Good. Use the big toe at the back if you need to. Drop down, look at your knee. Breathe in and lift. Keep going. Let's do another 4. And breathe in and lift. And 3. And breathe in and lift. 2 more. And breathe into the lift. The last one, drop down. And breathe into your lift. Good. Stepping that foot back again. We're going to rotate towards the front leg now. And taking it up those levels. Get a nice big movement with the arms. Level 1. Up 2. Up 3. Arms up and overhead. Try to keep the elbows straight and reach overhead. Let's go for 2. Follow that roller. Up 3. And reach up and over. Let's do it again. 1. Level 2. Up 3. Reach and over. 4. Level 2. Up 3. Up and over. Again. Up 2. Up 3. Reach up and over. 3 more. Up 2. Up 3. Reach up and over. 2 more. 1. Up 2. Up 3. Reach up and over. Last one. 1. Up 2. Up 3. And reach up and over. Now step the front foot back. We're going to hold onto the roller. Bring the feet side by side. So I want you to challenge your balance more And the lower you go with the roller, the more you're going to challenge your balance, as long as you're dropping your head. So take a nice deep breath in, squeezing the inner thighs together and those feet together. I want you to drop down, and you're breathing out here. Come up to the other side and a nice deep breath in. Good. Breathe out. Reverse the circle with the roller. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Squeeze the glutes. Tuck and round the spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's do another 2. Breathe out, drop down. Round the spine. And come up to the other side. Nice deep breath in. Let's do one more. Breathe out, drop down. Round the spine. Take a nice deep breath in. And coming up. Good. Step to the back of the roller. Another nice deep breath in. And roll down through the spine. Position the roller onto the mat. Roll it forward and drop down onto hands and knees. If your water's handy, have a quick drink. Keeping the knees under the hips, we're going to take the hands onto the roller, bring the palms together. So you can play around with the position of the hands, so you're feeling the stretch over the pectoral muscles and into the shoulder blades. Try and get the palms together if you can. I find this position a little bit more effective in that stretch. Let's roll forward. As you tuck, you're breathing in here. As you tuck, you're going to bring the fingertips onto the roller, and almost like you're swimming freestyle, I want you to follow that hand and circle the arm around. Knees, hips over knees. Breathe in, roll forward. Breathe out, tuck and round. Take the other arm up and circle as you follow that arm and bring it back down onto the roller. Breathe in here. As you tucking, breathe out. Circle up and around. Again, breathe in. Breathe out, tuck and round. Circle the arm up and around. Let's do another 2. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Circle. One more to go. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. And circle. Keep the hands where they are and just bounce the chest up and down. Roll the roller up, bring the roller underneath the belly button, drop down onto your roller. You're going to feel the pulse of the aorta in that roller. If it's very uncomfortable, just release the roller. And again, you've got the 2 options to stay on the elbows, or you can come down, bringing the forehead onto the hands. This position might not be as comfortable, but try and relax the upper body. And then we're going to focus on breathing so that the diaphragm expands and we feel the diaphragm pushing into the lower back. So think of the lungs pushing down, inflating that balloon, pushing the belly button down into the roller and breathing out. So find your position and then just relaxing the shoulders so you don't feel the breath into the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Keep going, another 2. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. And one more. A nice deep breath in and breathe out. Let's position the roller underneath the middle of the thighs on the quadriceps and taking the Body over to the right side of the roller. I want you to bring your left knee up on the top of the roller. Keep the knee, so we're rolling along the inside of that shin, and the extended leg, roll over the hips on that extended leg. So we're loosening up around that hip area. Then if you need to move the elbows forward and back, you can walk them forward and back and move right over that hip. Roll the roller up. And you can carry on to the knee on that extended leg. Try to relax that foot, so you're sliding the foot along the mat. So you're putting a little bit more weight into that roller and really getting into that release. This is often an area that carries a lot of tension because of the way we sit for such long periods of time. Shortening the hip flexor and those quadricep muscles in the front of the leg. Roll along the front of that leg all the way to the hip. And keep walking along. Let's do another 2. Rolling back. And finish off mid-thigh and then move over to the left side of the roller and bring the right knee up onto the roller. So again, relax that extended foot. Come right over that hip bone and roll forward. Rolling along the inside of that shin on the bent knee. Walk the elbows forward and back if you need to. Last 2, take it forward. And 1 more. Come onto the knees. Have a quick drink of water. Let's bring the butt onto the roller. So come into a seated position on that roller. And we're going to cross the ankle. So the hand and the same foot are going to be over on the side. You're going to rotate the sole of the foot by bringing the thumb onto the ball of the big toe and roll up and down there. So by bringing the thumb onto the ball of the big toe, we can open up a little bit more into the hip. So as you bring the sole of the foot to face you, get more rotation in the hip there. Roll all the way into that lower back and over those glutes. Good. Let's do another 2. And 1 more. Come into a seated position on the other side, so just twist yourself around and cross the same ankle as that hand that's on the mat, and thumb onto the ball of the big toe, and let's roll all the way into that lower back. Do another 3, all the way down. 2 more. And one last time. And let's come off the roller into a seated position on the mat. Bring the roller right at the base of the shoulder blades, supporting the head in the hands. Relax the head so the weight is resting in the hands. Feet are nice and open. Lift your bum and let's roll over the shoulder blades. Make sure there's a nice big space between the chin and the chest, and put the weight of the shoulders into the roller. You're here focusing on that breathing. And finish off with the roller right at the base of the shoulder blades. Take the feet and straddle the mat with the feet. Really open up into that position. Keep supporting the head in the hands. Then we're going to bring ourselves into that arch. From the tailbone, tuck, 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 tuck. Scoop the belly in. Exhale here. So really contract in that belly. And again, you're going to breathe in. From the tailbone, come into that arch, and as you breathe out, push the lower back down into the mat. Good, breathe in again. Open up as much as you can, and breathe out. Let's do one more. Take a nice deep breath in, and breathe out, push down into the mat. Good. Continue the same movement. This time you're going to rock your knees. So we're coming into a bit of a spiral movement. You're going to drop the knees. Try to get the knees as far down as you can. Rotate the upper body away from the direction the knees are going. So again, you're going into that spiral movement. Breathe out, tuck into the center, round the spine. Push the lower back down into the mat. Breathe in, drop the knees over to that side, and take the upper body away from the direction the knees are going. Breathe out, tuck to the center. Focus on that exhalation here. Exhale as much as you can. Release all the breath from the lungs. Breathe in, open up to the other side. So you're creating space around that diaphragm. Breathe into that diaphragm. Breathe out and push down into the mat. Tuck as much as you can there. Good. Breathe in, rotate to the other side. Breathe out, tuck to the center. Tuck, 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 tuck. Exhale, 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 exhale. Again, nice deep breath in. Open up there. Breathe out, tuck to the center. Tuck, 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 tuck. Exhale, 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 exhale. Get rid of all of that breath until you have to take a nice deep breath in again. Open up. Breathe out to the center and tuck. Let's do another 2. A nice deep breath in. Open up. Breathe out, tuck to the center. Last one. A nice deep breath in. And breathe out to the center. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself into a seated position. Keep the roller where it is. And come into a knee box position. Take your reflex ball. And we're going to release over the front of the hip and down the lateral side of the leg and over the glutes on that side, massaging into that entire area. Find your hip bone And just behind your hip bone, you're going to massage into that iliotibial band, which runs down the lateral side of the leg. And you'll find the tensor fascia lata right at the top of that iliotibial band behind the hip bone. It's a nice area to release. We often carry a lot of tension. So massaging all the way around those lateral side, the buttocks, the glutes, and the front of that leg, below the hip bone, that hip flexor, and those quadricep muscles that we were releasing on the roller there. So that primary hip flexor, that iliopsoas, that's what we want to target here. And release the ball. We're going to use that just now again. Take your hands onto, so we're staying in our knee box position. Take your hands onto your foam roller. If you're not comfortable in this position, into that spiral, bring the hand to the center and support yourself with the other hand. So you're rolling out. Try and keep that elbow as straight as possible. If you've got both hands on the roller, try to keep both arms as straight as possible. Breathe out, you're tucking. So the more you use the head, the more you're going to activate those core muscles, the glutes and the abdominals. So let's take the back leg into an extension. As you breathe in and roll down, try to keep the knees, the elbows straight as you bend the knee up towards the shoulder. And again, head comes down, belly button tucks in, and you're rolling out. And breathe out, tuck. For 3. Breathe out, tuck. For 4. Breathe out, tuck. For 5. Breathe out, tuck. For 6. Breathe out, tuck. For 7. Breathe out, tuck. One more. Nice extended position. Hold it there and bounce that leg up and down. Imagine someone's holding your foot and pulling your foot away. So you're lengthening right out of that hip. Another 4, another 3, another 2, another 1. Breathe out and come into that lifted position. Let's cross the ankle over the knee. Your other option is to extend that bottom leg. But if you can't come into this position, you'll get a much deeper stretch into that lateral side, down that ITB. You can look over your shoulder. I want you to lift this buttock off the mat. As you drop it, pull the knee towards your chest with the opposite hand. So we're focusing again on that 2-directional pull, hip down, knee to chest, stretching and pulling in opposite directions. Another 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Taking that foot in the hand and pushing the knee out with the same hand, you're going to cradle that leg. So opening up into the hip and just bouncing from side to side. Now in this position, hold on to the ankle, tuck yourself in, and you're going to rock forward and back. Just getting a nice stretch up the back line of that body. Take the foot in the same hand and open up, stretching into the quadricep muscles. Pull that knee towards, the heel towards your tailbone. If you want to increase that stretch, so you're getting a nice inward rotation, you're going to take the hand onto the inside of that foot and just bounce the foot out there. Good, we're going to move over to the other side. So change the position of the foam roller. Have a quick drink of water. Your reflex ball, you're going to meet again. Come into a knee box position on this side. And let's release the hips and the hip flexors. and the lateral side of the leg. Just behind the hip bone, find that TFL and that ITB. And massage forward and back, up and down. Take the ball around onto the buttock, onto those glute muscles, and down the side of the leg a little bit. Moving it around, really feel that release. Release the ball. Take your upper body into that spiral. Both hands or just one hand into the center of the roller. And let's lengthen out. Stretch that leg. Reach out. As you come up, chin to the chest, knee to the shoulder. Pull the belly button into the spine. Breathe in and lengthen out. Breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen out. Breathe out, tuck. For 3. Breathe out, tuck. And 4. Breathe out, tuck. 4 to go. Breathe out, tuck. 3. Breathe out, tuck. 2 more. Breathe out and tuck. And 1 more. Breathe out, tuck. Let's come into that extended position and bounce into that lengthened position. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, and 10. Come up again. Cross that ankle over, extend the bottom leg if you want to, and take the opposite hand onto the knee. Push the butt down as you pull the knee towards the chest and feel that lateral stretch. For 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Good. Taking the foot into the hand, push the knee out so you're opening up into the hip and cradle that leg. And taking the hands onto the ankle, round the spine and tuck in there and rock yourself forward and back. From the side, really rounding that spine. Nice stretch across the back of the shoulders and into that lower back. Let's take the foot into the same hand and open up there into that knee box position again. Hold on to the heel or hold on to the foot and bounce the heel to the tailbone, or you can rotate and get an inward rotation. And then you're focusing on that outward movement into that bounce. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming up onto the knees, we're going to bring the roller, just targeting the glutes a little bit, right in front of the knees. Balancing on one knee, I want you to take the other knee up and rest the foot into the arch of the supporting leg. You're taking the roller as close to you as possible, rounding the upper body, so you're hardly putting any weight into the roller, so you can work those glutes on that supporting leg. From here, we're going to breathe in and arch. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, so opening up across the chest. As you breathe out, tucking from the tailbone and the head comes down. Let's add a knee lift, so we're going to lengthen up and breathe out, tuck. Again, nice deep breath in. Look ahead. Breathe out, tuck. Same theory applies. Open up. Breathe out, tuck. The more you use your head, the more you're going to activate those core muscles and challenge your balance. Breathe out, tuck. Keep going for 5, Breathe out, tack. And 4. Breathe out, tack. 3 more. Breathe out, tack. Another 2. Breathe out, tack. And 1 more. Breathe out, tack. Bounce that knee off the other knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do the same thing to the other side. You can rotate to the other side of the roller, balancing on that knee, resting the foot into the arch of that knee, arch of that foot. Let's breathe in and arch. Let's go straight into that lift. Breathe out, tack. Inhale. Hardly any weight into that roller. Keep the roller as close to the knee as possible. Breathe out for 3. Breathe out, tack. For 4. Breathe out, tack. 5. Breathe out, tack. And 6. Breathe out, tack. 7. And breathe out, tack. The last one. And breathe out, tack. Bounce that lifted knee off the other knee for 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. And coming onto both knees, let's just roll the roller forward and bounce the chest up and down, opening up into the pelvis. Let's tuck and round. Stay in the rounded position. Now bring the bum back over the heels and bounce the bum back. Bounce, bounce. You should start to feel the glutes working. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the roller towards you and not under the belly button, but right under the hip bones. I want you to rest yourself on the roller. Drop the upper body. This should be a nice comfortable position, so you're opening up into the pelvis, resting the foreheads back on the hands, and the chest is relaxed on the mat. Just focusing again onto the breathing. One last time, a nice deep breath in for 4 counts and breathe out for 4 counts. Hands under the shoulders, come back up onto hands and knees, and just finishing off in a nice extended stretch. If you're not comfortable with the roller under the lower back, then you can release the roller and just lower back down onto the mat. Otherwise, we're going to lift the tailbone, bring the roller into the small of the back, hug one knee into the chest, extend the other leg, and just drawing a circle with that knee, releasing that psoas muscle in the lower back, just getting a nice stretch over the front line of the body. Let's change direction. Make that movement nice and small. Let's change legs, so bring the other knee up to the chest, extend that leg, and draw a circle with the knee. Change direction. Lengthen the leg out, reach the arms up next to the ears. If you're not comfortable in this position, release the roller and just lie on your back and focus on stretching your leg and breathing. Nice deep diaphragmatic breath through the nose, in and out through the nose. Bend one knee, Bend the other knee. Lift your tailbone. Release the roller. Knees into the chest. Rock yourself to a seated position. And one last deep breath in. Link the hands behind the back. Nod the head from side to side. So just loosen up that neck. And back to center. Well done, and thank you for joining me.